Welcome to Mississippi. We're going to take a little detour off the interstate, drive out here in the countryside. You'll find something special for those music fans. Welcome back to Dash for Adventure. Sometimes the coolest adventures are way off the beaten path. We just left Interstate 55 and we're headed out into the country. Stay with us and we'll see what we find. Getting further and further out into the country. If you're a music fan, Gen X, Boomer, Lynyrd Skynyrd was part of your life. And this is where the plane crash took place. Billy Powell, the keyboardist for Lynyrd Skynyrd, said all I saw was treetops. The flight was doomed, but that autumn day had otherwise been beautiful. October 20th, 1977. Twin-engine prop plane carrying members and crew of the popular musical group Lynyrd Skynyrd crashed in this forest. Eyewitnesses on the ground had sighted the plane flying low, much too low, over the treetops. And by the time the plane hit the trees, word was already spreading in this corner of Amity County. And within moments, farmers, hunters, and other volunteers converged on this area, carrying blankets, flashlights, and other tools for what they reckoned would be grim, urgent undertaking. The tragedy occurred because the plane had run out of fuel. So there was no fire or smoke to signal to the rescuers that the crash's exact location was in this wooded area. However, a helicopter had been dispatched to the emergency, and it was from that chopper hovering above the trees that the volunteers were able to track the downed plane. If you don't know about Lynyrd Skynyrd, it was 1964 when Lynyrd Skynyrd began humbly in Jacksonville, Florida. The founding members jokingly named the band after their gym coach, Lynyrd Skynyrd. In 1973, their debut album, Lynyrd Skynyrd, announced the group to the world. Like other albums to come, this introductory work contained well-crafted, yet musically unpretentious songs for and about the common man. Tracks like Simple Man, Tuesday's Gone, Give Me 3 Steps, and what would become an anthem for fans across the globe, Freebird, demonstrated the band's ability to mix melody with hard-driving rock and roll. On October 20th, 1977, the band were in the early stage of an ambitious tour to promote Street Survivors, flying from Greenville, South Carolina, where they had played a show the night before, to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to a scheduled concert that would never be. The members of Lynyrd Skynyrd had every reason to feel elated. They now performed for larger audiences throughout the United States and beyond. The checks were bigger, assistants attended them, and they were in their 20s. They must have seemed invincible. Here, Stephen Earl Gaines, Cassie Gaines, Ronnie Van Zant and Dean Arthur Kilpatrick lost their lives on that fateful day right here in the Mississippi woods.
People's left stuff. That's eerie.
And here's the passenger list from that fateful flight on October 20th, 1977. Ronnie Van Zant, Gary Rosington, Alan Collins, Leon Wilkinson, Billy Powell, Artemis Pyle, Steve Gaines, Cassie Gaines, Leslie Hawkins, James Brace, Ron Eckerman, Levin Elson, Mark Frank, Mark Howard, Clayton Johnson, Dean Kilpatrick, Don Kratchmar, Steve Lawler, Gene Odom, Joe Osborne, Ken Pedden, Craig Reed, Paul Welch, Bill Sykes, Walter McCreary, and William Gray Jr. For those that survived, it haunted them for the rest of their lives. On a cold, dark Mississippi night. On a cold, dark Mississippi night, angels came holding a glowing light. They took some and they left others behind to live in this life until their chosen time. I owe not much to the people I'm around, but I sure owe a lot to that Mississippi town. Your people pressed onward through water and mud to lend a helping hand wherever they could. On a cold, dark Mississippi night, angels came holding a glowing light. They took some and they left others behind to live in this life until their chosen time. Looking at the place from the air above, I've heard you can see the shadow of a great big bird that once flew these parts not that long ago with music and songs that'll make you grow. On a cold, dark Mississippi night, angels came holding a glowing light. They took some and they left others behind to live in this life until their chosen time. Gene Odom. The last flight of Freebird. Well, thank you guys for joining us on this adventure today. Lynyrd Skynyrd means a lot to a lot of people in our lives and us as well, and almost every person I know. We'll see you guys in the comments.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.